Teleport is a fairly common summon spell that allows someone to, well, teleport. The days of having to worry about an early TP flank from an enemy on a ward behind you are over. However, it can still be helpful to know the timing on teleport when it comes to early tower dives and then generally for the mid and late game. The first thing to note is that the animation is actually deceptive. There is a brief period where you have not visually moved, yet a champion will still be targetable in the new location. You can see here that the Striker Silence is instantly applied once teleport finishes, even though visually I have not yet moved. When a champion teleports, they end up at the back of the unit they are teleporting to, relative to their fountain. For example, if someone is teleporting to a ward in the mid lane, if they are on blue side, then they will end up on the bottom left of the ward, regardless of their starting position. And if they are on the red side, then they will end up on the top right of the ward. Usual disclaimers on screen, so let's look at the timing. The animation for turrets is broadly the same as with smaller units, albeit larger and judged in a different way. For turrets, you look for the large circle that shrinks over the duration. Once it is almost touching the large part of the base of the turret is when you wish to throw a bubble. For smaller units, such as minions or wards, you can look at the circle that closes in around the unit over the channel duration. There's a large circle that slowly contracts over the duration and 4 smaller pulsing circles that roughly occur at a rate of 1 per second. The first is at the beginning of the channel, the second is 1 second in, etc. So you should aim to use bubble once the 4th circle has appeared and shrunk out of view. However, it is quite small and faint. There's also the audio cue if you find it easy to judge based on that. Here it is. You can also click on the unit if it is targetable. While the channel is meant to take 4 seconds, you actually want to throw a bubble a little after the indicator reaches the 9 o'clock position. Although obviously this method only works if you're able to click on the unit first, which is not always possible. I hope this was useful, and remember to adjust where you throw the bubble depending on whether you are blue side or red side.